Hello fellows, today on the table is the Hitachi rotary hammer. It's only 2 mode, a hammer with a drilling and drilling with percussion, and it's a DH26PB, and it's working electrically and mechanically, but we have one main problem, not holding the drill bit. And of course we will disassemble it and check why we have this problem. I will open the handle. Of course removing the screws. There are 3 screws here in the handle. Okay, now we have the brushes. Just lifting them gently. And it's a lot of brushes left here. This one won't move so easily, so I will try to push it up with 2 screwdrivers. Yep. Okay, that's good. Just disconnecting them. And now we need to unscrew the 4 screws here to separate the hammer housing from the motor housing. The motor housing, we can check if it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. We have strange bubble of the wax spray of the motor, I think. Okay, this one goes on the table. Dust protection. Yeah, you can see that the ball bearing is dry, so we need to lubricate it or replace as you wish, but it's not wobbling, so we can lubricate it. Try to take out the armature. Okay, got it. Checking the ball bearing for the wobble. It's no wobble. That's a good sign. We can see that the armature is worn a little bit because we have the bump on the commutator. Okay, now it's time for our tool holder part here. And I'm taking the flat screwdriver. And I want to remove the rubber cap here, and I can feel that the plastic cover not going all the way down as it must to go, so it can be harder to disassemble the tool holder. Yeah, it's we have some dirt and the grease, of course, dried out. Now we have a lot of dirt here, but we need to get to the spring ring inside. We have the spring ring here. Try to take it out with the screwdriver. Yeah, got it out. Of course it's all greasy and dirty. The plastic cover full of old junk grease. The ball, the washer, the spring, and really a lot of dirt here. You can see how I can just take it with the screwdriver. Yeah, now we need to remove this button here, and okay, I'm just setting it to the drilling with hammering mode, pressing it deep down, spinning it, releasing, spinning, releasing, and I don't know, maybe I will get it out. try to press it with a screwdriver. But I think it will go out like that. Okay, I'll try to take it to the floors. Yep. Okay, so the spring with the button pop it out. And the switch itself, I have bent it a little bit with plastic with a screwdriver. It's not a big problem. Okay, now we have all the hammer casing up. The O-ring lifted up a little bit. And we can see the ball bearing here for the tool holder and so on. Of course, a lot of oil here, and we have the spring here in the housing. Same thing in here from the hole, and here it is. Okay, so we see the spring was here. When all parts was in the housing, it was here on this plate. Okay, just taking it out. The housing is very greasy. And of course all the parts here is really greasy. We have the tool holder, our striker with the O-ring. Always check if the O-ring is round or flat. Now this one is round, sorry, flat a little bit. I'm just removing it because I will put the all parts to the washer. Okay, now what we have more left here, it's our plate, and of course a lot of grease here. Washer from the cylinder, and we have the spring ring here which we want to remove it. Okay, now the spring ring, I will remove it with the special pliers for the rings like that. Whoop, it popped it really hard. Okay, the spring ring, then goes the washer, the spring, of course the gear, second gear, and it's a 4 pins. We don't want to lose them. Of course you can always order the new ones, but better to use the same ones and not lose them. Okay, putting it to the jar. And what we have here, we have the ball bearing left. Just trying to take it out with my fingers. It's really greasy. Okay, now I will just hold it like that and punch with the hammer. Okay, we have the ball bearing. Just checking if it spins. It spins. It's not wobbling. So it's a good ball bearing. cleaning it from the grease. Okay, now we are getting closer to our problem. Our problem is this old tool holder, because we don't have the pins for the SDS plus bit. Okay, now the spring ring is getting out a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try the pliers. Yep. I'm going to grab of it and taking it out. Not damage it this time. Sometimes it's happened that I damaged the spring ring. That's not a big problem because it costs not more than €2. So now getting the hammer parts out, and we have our striker, and we have the bomb here, so it's good to replace this striker. The washer from the inside of the tool holder, and the other parts, the O-ring inside, it must be not cracked. The second O-ring must be not cracked too. This part is good. And our problem is here, we don't have the pins here inside. You can see only the round hole. So we need to replace this tool holder and the hammer. Now we have our swash bearing with the aluminum cylinder, and we have two screws here. It's glued screws. Okay, I will unscrew them with the Allen key. Sometimes they are a little bit hard to unscrew. Okay, now I will try to use the impact driver. I just need to find the proper bit for it. Okay, got out both of them. And now we will lift all the swash bearing with the gear, other bearings and some other parts. And we have really a lot of grease here, so I will put all these parts into the washer. Okay, now our aluminum cylinder. It looks almost good. We have some worn signs, but still good. All the housing here, I will just put it to the washer to wash out. Okay, I have hated the parts for a long time, and some of the parts even covered with the rust, so I will try to just brush them up. But hope that will be nothing really serious. Okay, and yeah, I'm just figuring why I have disassembled all. Okay. I got a new tool holder, and not imagine that it can come without a oil seal inside and hammer holder, how it names. So definitely now I need to put the oil seal inside of the holder. We'll try to push it somehow gently, I think. I bet who repairs Hitachi and Hitachi have some special tools for this job. Okay, it looks good, looks in place, and I hope that I have not did anything wrong. Now we have the hammer holder, how it names, so the corner with a mark must be up. So I will just put it like that, I think, and then I will try to push it in. Yeah, it's in. And by the spare part view, we have this crazy part, we have the fatter end of the striker here, so this one definitely need to go down, and we have two bumps here, they go down. I think, yeah, I can almost reach it with my finger. Okay, so now we will go for the assemble of the hammering parts, and they can go in both sides. As you can see, the one is you have a little more space, and the second one almost don't have the space. So this part, yeah, the fat part I think goes here. I will lubricate it a little bit. Nice. Okay, what can I see here? You can see that the big O-ring goes here. Now we have this metal casing, and we have the O-ring. The O-ring goes inside, so I will lubricate inside of this part, put the O-ring in it, and then I will lubricate it again. Of course, now I'm using some grease here on this ring and the part itself, like that. It looks nice. And after all of that, we need to put this part inside of the cylinder and get them folded with this spring ring. So spreading the grease on the sides, greasing the hammer a little bit to get it easier on the oil seal, and pushing everything in slowly, nicely, and hopefully correctly. Okay, now I have the parts in, and I feel that not all the parts are in place, because as you can see we have the gap here. I don't know how to show it. Okay, it's a gap for the spring ring, and not all the parts goes in. So in case like that, we can try to push it with the aluminum cylinder to check. Maybe we can make them in. Yeah, probably I think we can put them in here. So now I'm putting the spring ring deeply into the tool holder, and I will push the spring ring with the same aluminum cylinder the tool uses. And I don't want to damage this aluminum cylinder, of course, so I have the other one. Oh, this one is so dirty. Clean it a little bit. I think it's from Dewalt. This one is smaller, sorry. Okay, this cylinder is from Makita and it's perfectly fit here. So now I need to press the spring ring down. I will try to hammer it. If you don't want to hammer it or it's not helping you, so you can use the vise. So I think I will do the same. I will use the vise here. Oh, no. Okay, got it in. Maybe some parts was not in the place. Now all they are in the place. Now I want to check if the striker is moving. Yeah, the striker is moving inside. Of course, that's a good sign for us. And now we can consider putting the gears on our tool holder. And we have this part, we have a couple small pins, we have the gear, the spring, the fabric washer, and we have the holding ring. Basically we have similar two washers. One is a little bigger maybe, no, they are pretty the same. Okay. So now I need to take the pins from all the parts we have. I have all 4 pins, and the pins will go here in a gap and in the gaps here on the tool holder, like that. So what I will do, I will put some grease. I know that you know this trick, to put the grease to hold the small parts in place. And now I need to put the pins. Put the pin in a hole. And now I can put my gear on. Okay, nice. As the gear is on, I will lubricate all the cylinder here. Lubricate the gear a little bit. Okay, we have the gear on. Now we have the spring, the washer, and we need to press everything down to get the ring on a groove here. So how you will do that is your imagination. You can try to make it happen with my hands. Just stretching the holding ring. And no, I will not do that with hands, so I will try to press it in, maybe with the plates. Okay, what I want to do, I want to stretch the holding ring a little bit to hold it on a cylinder, and then I want to try to press the plate on it. We'll release the plate a little bit. Of course, be careful because it's a big tension and something can pop into your eyes. Or your camera if you are filming. Okay, now we can make sure that the ring is in a groove. It seems like in a groove. I will try to press this end a little bit harder. seems to be good, and I hope that it's good. And it's getting assembled a little bit. Yeah, I think it's our time for the ball bearing. If I had, yeah, I have the oil seal housing left, so that's good. Okay, the bearing is in. Not used any of the grease here. Now I will list on the outside of the bearing. On the cylinder itself, we'll put some grease here in the gap. Okay, and we'll leave it for now. Now we have the striker, and we have the O-ring for the striker. What I want to do, I want to lubricate the gap for the O-ring and put the O-ring on it. The genuine Hitachi O-ring, it's always green for the striker. And now I'll put it here a little bit. I have my aluminum cylinder, greasing inside of it, leaving some grease in it, and of course pushing the striker in. You can hear the sound and the grease is squeezing out. You can feel compression, that's a good sign for us. We want compression here. Okay, what we have left here, we have our swash bearing with a plate and the gears. It looks not bad here. I will put some grease here. Okay, and now we need to put the swash bearing with this great aluminum cylinder together to the hammering housing. So I'm greasing inside of the aluminum cylinder pin, where is the places for the washers. And again, the grease is holding the small parts, so the grease is holding the washers. And inserting the pin. One of the washer got with the pin. Okay. Now you can see the hole here on the pin. We need to align the hole with this one. And the best part that we need to do that in here. Okay, and somehow everything gets in. Double checking for the aluminum cylinder, whether it's in position or not. Now my swash bearing plate was on the wrong side. Okay. Aligning everything, preparing for tightening the screws. Okay. Seems to look good. Just getting one screw in, not all the way, and then getting the second one all the way through it. Tighten it very well. Okay, not forgetting the O-ring. Now what we have left here, we have the washer left, and it will be here on the cylinder. If I would remember, Okay, and basically now I think we can put the cylinder on the aluminum cylinder, the tool holder on the aluminum cylinder. So greasing inside of it, just spreading some grease. I will put the grease here on a spring, on the cylinder from the outside. Okay, and I can try to put it on here. Yeah, goes nicely. Now, of course, the gears need to be greased, and we need to put some more grease in all the hammering housing here, because we are preparing ourselves to close the hammering housing. So I will take the grease. Okay, now as you can see, in our housing here we have the gap for the spring. I hope you can see it. And if you need a fat spring, go here with this plate. Okay, so I'm getting the spring in. Sorry, not a fat spring, sorry, the smaller one. Okay, now you can see the spring here on the side of the switch. And what we want to do here, we want to align our washer here. Okay, we want to get this pin, this one, to the spring. And yep, now we can see that it's not going where I need to see it. Okay, now I have this pin and spring. I can try to close the housing. Okay, I think it's closed now. If you think that it's not closed, you can take the rubber hammer and hammer it slightly. Okay, maybe push it a little bit, I don't know. So now we have the mode changer in place. Of course, we have our button here with the spring. We'll push it like that. Okay, yeah, we have it here for the hammering and drilling. This one is two functions hammer drill, so it can drill or drill with hammering, and it cannot only hammer. Okay, so that's all bullshit, but I will grease the armature gear. We'll try to insert it here, and I'm just spinning it to check if I don't feel any tension or something bad on the tool. I'm not feeling it. Putting it with drilling mode. Yep, the tool spins again. So basically that's a good start for us. Not forget about the dust protection for the armature fan. Inserting the armature into the motor housing, presses nicely. Now we have 4 screws. Need these here anymore. Let's check what we want to do now. We're going to put the direction changer. So I put it in the wrong direction. Okay. Now we have brush holders. You can see that the brushes have the places to get the plug in. The plug goes to the gap. And you need to plug it in like this. And what you think that it's easier to watch when I'm talking, or better you can only repair and write subtitles, or even put some music or leave natural sound? What is better for you? And now we have to manage all the wires. Okay, I will close the handle, check if it closes good. Yeah, it closes good, no gaps left. Okay, the handle is here. Yeah, we need to get to the bit holder, so getting the spring, you can see the smaller end goes down. Now we have the plate. This plate holds the ball. The ball is held by the housing. The housing is held by the spring ring. Normally I'm mounting the spring ring with a screwdriver. Of course you can use the fancy pliers. And we have the end cap for everything to be nice. And as you can see, we have easily, maybe not very fast, reassembled the great Hitachi hammer drill. And if you like this video, press thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel. Always waiting for the comments, suggestions, for your opinion. And for now, thank you for watching and bye.